Top 5 decks that come out of Dawn of Majesty. Today we're going to be looking at whether not be the best meta-changing decks, most impactful, maybe even rogue, but Dawn has some relatively interesting deck choices in here that add into the already existing pool of things that make things just slightly more interesting. Let's dig into this, shall we? Make sure you guys smash that little grab out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Number one for best decks from Dawn is going to be the Stardust Dragon deck. So this deck got Stardust Synchron, it got a new Majestic Star Dragon monster, it got a fusion conscription ability to search for any specific tuner named monster in the deck, combined with Junk Speeder. I believe that Junk Synchron, or the discard search for the Junk Synchron, revive the revive the non-tuner that searches for the Junk Synchron, and then you go into Junk Speeder. Junk Speeder in and itself should be Quasar, the new shooting Majestic Star Dragon, and it should also end on the Stardust Assault Warrior, and I believe there's one more involved with all that. But you basically end on 3 to 4 negates, and then you can tag down into the shooting Star Dragon. So basically, you end on all of this absurdity, all off of a Junk Speeder resolving. That's pretty freaking cool in my opinion. But the problem is unfortunately the deck's super fragile. But in a casual setting where you can do like a full synchro combo off of one Junk Speeder, I think it's pretty freaking cool. Alright, I've had the chance to play against this deck. I've seen like the full combo variants and insanity that you can do going down these combo lines, and it is so freaking cool, man. Alright, so just remember, Junk Synchron is essentially a full combo. You can search it off of so many multiple ways now at this point in time. You just got to get the extra monster into the graveyard to be able to revive the non-tuner and then start on your day to making Junk Speeder the deck. Alright? Yeah, multiple negates. Always a very good thing in my opinion. Next up over here is going to be insects. So for those of you that were looking at like the bee trooper support lines and things like that here, you pretty much did the same thing I did. And that was, wow, insect support. Basically, what we kind of ended up getting was kind of some missing links, in my opinion. Because we got a link to now that gives you the ability to normal summon immediately after the effect resolves an insect monster. Alright, so that's fine. And you get to banish 3 to revive it. Alright, well that's not bad. We also got an insect link 4 that has the ability to go to 5,000 attack points, which is pretty cool. Or let's you special into Bee Trooper from the deck. Quite honestly, off of a link 4, requiring 2+ insect monsters, the fact that it requires so many insect monsters kind of stinks. But the fact that insects also got basically 2 extenders, both of which are level 3 by the way. Alright, so you got some hidden support there for insectors. Alright, we are, I would say, still a few steps away from this. Keep in mind that insects do have a card that makes it so both players can only special summon once per turn. I think a lot of players forget that. They have Insect Imitation. Alright, insects got a new trap card this set too, and if you control a Bee Trooper monster, you basically get a negate, which, that's pretty good. So, kind of considering all things here, insects edging a little bit closer to a competitive strategy here. Whether or not we see them be tier 1, there is a little bit of hype here anticipating and building around this, and a lot of players are kind of excited for this. I can say that the insect archetype is 100% better than War Rocks. Alright, I think everybody will agree with me on that. Alright? You're literally lying to me if you think any different. Next up is Live Twin. Now, you're also probably like, well, Robbie, Live Twin doesn't get their Link 4 for a little while. Yeah, they don't get it till Burst. But the thing that we got this set was the Live Twin's Sunny's Snitch. Alright, so once card is activating, add a Live Twin monster from your deck to your hand. And while you control an Evil Twin monster, each time your opponent normal special summons a monster, you gain 200 life points and then inflict 200 damage to your opponent. Now, does this really make all that difference right now? Yes, it does. Another searching option for this deck pushes it slightly higher in the rogue department. Now, obviously, Evil Twin Eldritch, in my opinion, would be the more dominant force to pick in the metagame. Sorry, I know a lot of you guys didn't want to hear that. It's going to be a little while until you get the chance to see pure Kishi Kill the deck do anything. Alright, once we get the Link 4, you'll be ahead of the curve a little bit here. But in terms of things readily available in this set, having another Rhoda that can give the deck some tactics and time, it's not a bad thing whatsoever. Alright, I know a lot of players are like, oh, well, Robbie, like, you can secret pass. Yeah, you can secret passcode. You can do a whole bunch of more things. Basically, Sunny Snitch fixes 1% of the deck's issues, and if this card comes Starlight, or it looks Starlight, or has any sort of potential there, the collectors are going to eat that crap up, man. So do not underestimate what one support card can do for an entire archetype. Alright, one step closer to the deck being better. Alright, now speaking of cards that do things for an entire archetype, we have the Grand Sulfachord Muskia. So this is the card that Triff's super excited about. It's 2 Pendulum Monsters to make this. Alright, so during your main phase, you can add 1 Pendulum Monster from your hand to the extra deck face up. And if you do, add 1 face up Pendulum Monster from your extra deck to your hand with an odd Pendulum scale. If added monster had an even Pendulum scale, or if an even monster was added, you add a odd. So basically, get the ability to rotate something in your hand with something in your extra deck versus odd to even or even to odd. I know it can be a little bit complicated. Alright, so that's fine. And when you Pendulum summon a Sulfachord monsters, you can target one of them to add 1 Sulfachord monster with a level equal to the targeted monster's Pendulum scale from your deck to your hand. You can only use each effect of Grand Sulfachord Muskia once per turn. So basically, not only was this a huge boost to the Dormachord archetype, because now you can rotate your scales. So not only did that get a boost, Generic Pendulum also got a boost off of this. It doesn't generate anywhere near as much advantage as Electromite did, but that's fine. We did, however, get a card that gives us the ability to have another generic Link monster for us to do with what we want with zones. Alright? And then, to top things off, if you want to rotate something in the Magician deck, you can do so. Alright? I know that, unfortunately, this is not a Spellcaster monster. I know you guys are really sad about that, but at the end of the day, still, it's fairy. More toolboxing options are available to you. Easy peasy. Alright? So, I think that's probably the coolest thing available in this set was the fact that we got the Dormachord Link 2. Alright? Now the best, and truly the best deck out of this entire set, has to be Despia. Now Despia, the Light and Dark Enabler. Oh, you guys know we've already got so much Light and Dark support in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So much, by the way. But what happens if we add in a whole nother layer of this? What happens if we give them the ability to do special summoning, normal summoning, additional searches, Albert giving you more toolboxing options, the ability for these monsters to revive from the graveyard, alright, Demiturge, and we also get Quandrus, which is just a Despia monster plus a light or dark. Alright, during the main phase quick effect, you can change the attack of all monsters currently on the field to 0 until the end of this turn, except for level 8 or higher fusion monsters. Cool, so you just get a global across the field. Have a face-up card, or if this face card is owner's control leaves field because of opponent's card effect, you can add to your hand or special summon 1 Fallen Albaz or a Despia monster from your deck. So what you're telling me is we have floating as well. This archetype, as soon as Burst comes out, they get 1 to 2 more good cards. Alright, we get more branded support. This deck will take off, but for now, you're probably going to see the Shaddoll variants kind of kicking things off. I know a few people were trying things with like Thunder Dragons. Still a little bit intrigued with that idea, but there's a lot of cool concepts to be had here with Despia. Do not underestimate what players are kind of stirring around in the pot right now going, that looks delicious, because there's some really cool ideas out there for Despia. So, top 5 decks out of Dawn of Majesty. What do you guys think? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Smash the love and subscribe button so you guys don't miss out more on content. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later on the day. Peace out, guys. Have a good one. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out Vanquill40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by Vanquill40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mquillgames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.